Hello, welcome back to rSpill. On to today's story. I left him because of his gas problem, but it was so much more than that. I never thought something like this would make me leave someone. It sounds silly when I say it out loud. It sounds like a joke, but it was real. It was my life, and it slowly crushed me until I could not take it anymore. My name is Rachel. I am 34 years old. I was in a relationship with a man named Paul, who was 47. We had been together for almost 2 years. We met at a friend's birthday dinner. He was smart, funny, and kind. At least he seemed that way. He was older and more settled, and I thought that was a good thing. I was tired of games and wanted something real. I thought I found that in Paul. After dating for a while, we decided to move in together. I felt like the right next step. I was nervous but also excited. I thought this could be the beginning of our future. But once we started living together, I saw a very different side of him. A side that I never expected, and honestly, could not live with. It started with something small, his gas. Yes, I'm talking about farting. The first time it happened, we were on the couch watching TV. He let out a loud fart, then laughed like it was the funniest thing in the world. I laughed too. It was awkward, but I figured, hey, everyone farts sometimes. No big deal. But then, it happened again, and again, and again. I thought maybe it was just a bad day for him, or maybe something he ate. But it kept happening. Every day, all the time, morning, afternoon, night, loud, smelly, and constant. It was not normal. It was not just a little gas. It was like living next to a toxic gas leak. At first, I tried to ignore it. Then I started to joke about it. I told him, wow, you might need a doctor for that. But he just laughed and said, nah, I'm fine, just being natural. But it got worse, much worse. We will do it while you are eating. He will do it in the car with the windows closed. He will do it in front of our friends and think it was hilarious. I was embarrassed. I was disgusted. I was tired. I tried to talk to him in a kind way. I told him maybe he could try taking probiotics. I said it might help his stomach. I even offered mine. He rolled his eyes and said, I don't need that stuff. My body is just fine. It felt like he did not care. One night we were in bed. He let out a fart that was so bad. I honestly thought he had an accident. The smell was so strong. I could barely breathe. My eyes watered. My stomach turned. I jumped out of bed and slept on the couch that night. The next morning, he asked me why I left the bed. I couldn't take the smell. I said. He got annoyed. It's just a fart. You act like it's the end of the world. No, Paul, it's not just a fart. It's every day. It's all the time. And you don't even try to stop it. He looked at me like I was crazy. You are making a big deal out of nothing. But it was not nothing to me. It was not about gas. It was about respect, about comfort, about the fact that I could not even sleep in my own bed without feeling sick. It was about how he laughed when I cried, about how he ignored me when I begged for change, about how small I felt in my own home. I started spending more nights on the couch. I stopped hugging him. I pulled away. I felt like I was living with a man who acted like a child, a man who thought everything was funny, even when it hurt me. I remember one night laying on the couch, staring at the ceiling, asking myself, is this really my life now? I thought about leaving. I thought about running away. I even started looking for jobs in other cities. I knew he could not follow me. He had his dream job here. I thought maybe I could use that as an excuse, a way out. But every time I tried to talk to him, he either ignored me or got mad. You are too sensitive, he would say. Or you want me to change who I am just because of a little gas? And then I started feeling guilty. Was I being unfair? Was I the problem? But when I remember the nights I gagged in bed, the days I walked out of rooms because I could not breathe, the way he smirked and shrugged like it was all a joke, and I realized something. I was not being unfair. I was asking for basic respect. I was asking to be heard, and he refused. The moment everything changed was during a trip to the grocery store. We were walking down the frozen food aisle when he let out a loud fart. There were people around, a couple with their grandkids. He laughed loudly and said, that one echoed. I felt my face burn with shame. Paul, seriously? I whispered. He just kept laughing. I wanted to disappear. In the car, I finally broke. I can't do this anymore, I said, tears in my eyes. What now? he asked. You embarrassed me, you humiliate me, and you don't care. He rolled his eyes again. It's just gas. You are so dramatic. No, I said quietly. It's not just gas. It's how you teach me. It's how you laugh when I cry. How you ignore my pain. How you never listen. I don't feel loved anymore. I feel alone. He went quiet. When we got home, I walked straight to the bedroom, grabbed a bag and started packing some clothes. He stood in the doorway, arms crossed. So you are just leaving? I nodded. Yes. Over facts? No, I said. Over how you treated me when I begged for your help. He did not stop me. He did not say sorry. He just watched me go. I moved in with my friend for a while. I cried a lot. I felt broken. I questioned everything. But slowly, I started to breathe again. Really breathe. No more cough nights with a pillow over my face. No more walking on eggshells. No more being ignored. I got a job in another city a few months later. I packed my things, said goodbye, started fresh. And you know what? I sleep peacefully now. I laugh without forcing it. I feel light again. Free. It is easy to say you left someone because they farted too much. But that is not the truth. The truth is, I left because I was tired of begging to be seen. I was tired of being treated like my pain was a joke. I was tired of being with someone who thought love meant never having to try. I learned that love is not just about staying. It's about caring, listening, changing when you hurt someone, trying, really trying to make things better. I never tried, and I could not stay. So yes, maybe it started with gas, but it ended with me finding the courage to walk away from someone who will never meet me halfway. And that is nothing to be ashamed of. What do you think about Sister Rachel? Was she fair for leaving because his husband was farting? Kindly comment down below and tell us about your thoughts. And don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. Until next time, bye bye.